going out in this storm. And you are pregnant. You could die in this blizzard.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm sure you'd be devastated.
I am your mother. Of course I would. You are not going out tonight.
You cannot stop me.
Where do you think you're going to go?
You know what? I don't know, but I'll send you a postcard when I get there, okay?
Okay, well, you are not going to the Russells because I'm going to call them and tell them not to let you in.
I will remember that when you want to spend some time with your grandchild.
No, I am not letting you out of this house.
You know what, Mom? I'm bigger than you. You want me to show you?
How do you think your father would feel about this? Jessica, hand me the phone.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, hi. Who's this? Sergeant, this is Grace Bennett. Is the chief there? Well, did he say when he would be back? Well, please tell him to call home as soon as you hear from him. It's extremely urgent. Calling his cell phone. Come on, Sam, answer the phone. Sam, please come home as soon as you get this. Kay is insisting on going out in this storm. I need you here. I don't know where your father is. I don't know who or what could keep him away from his family this long.
We should go before the storm gets worse.
No, Chief Bennett, please don't take Ivy home with you.
I thought you wanted her out of the house.
I do. But what about your wife? I mean, she knows that Ivy is a viper. She will not want Ivy home with you. Please don't do this. It will be the death of you.
Like I said, if you're watching this, it means I'm not in such great shape. And I wanted to do this while I could still talk and communicate with you. This is about something that I've known for a while now. Something that you need to know I know. Something that could change our lives forever.
Luis, he knows about us.
No. He can't know about us. He can't.
What if he does know? What if he picked up on the feelings you and Sheridan have for each other? What if he's been protecting us this whole time?
If he knew he was being betrayed by his wife and brother, I would never forgive myself.
Antonio doesn't know about us, all right? He couldn't.
Everyone, let's just listen to what Antonio has to say.
Sheridan, if you and my family are watching this, it means that I am no longer able to make decisions for myself. All of these life and death decisions will have to fall on your shoulders as my wife. And I'm so sorry to put you in this position. But things are out of my control. Maybe my medication stopped working. I don't know.
It's no one's fault, okay?
And why won't you tell me what did happen? Why is Antonio in that hospital bed?
The reason...
Look, Antonio was supposed to get specific medication at specific times.
I know that. Eve told me that if he didn't take his medication, something terrible could happen.
Sheridan and I ran into each other at the hotel. Right, we were talking in the hallway. And Sheridan forgot to...
You forgot to give him his medication?
Yes.
My son. It's your fault. My son will die. You've killed my son.
Before I go on, I want you all to know how much I love you. Stay the close-knit family that you've always been. And please, be there for Sheridan. She's part of our family now, too, and she'll need you now more than ever.
Please stop this. I can't watch anymore. Please stop the tape. Please, don't take this woman into your home. You are asking for disaster.
Then you're willing to let her stay here tonight? And let her find another place tomorrow?
No. I want her out of my house tonight.
Well, Teresa's quite the spitfire, isn't she?
Knock it off, Romeo.
Look, Teresa, I don't understand how you could throw a woman in a wheelchair out into this blizzard. Okay, but since you insist, I have to find a place for her. And since all the hotels are booked, I'm taking her to my house.
Why don't you just divorce the little tart so we can all be rid of her?
Becky, I've already explained to you how costly that could be.
And I have already explained to you that it would be a real shame for me to have to testify against you about trying to have your sister killed twice. And the only way to prevent that is for you to divorce the little rat terrier and marry me.
Becky, my darling, you have seen what a formidable foe Teresa can be. She could be vicious in a divorce and take away my home, my fortune, everything. Not to mention that she and I share a child.
Yeah, how could I forget?
What I mean is, she could try and say I raped her. God knows how ugly things could get. We certainly don't want that, do we, Becky Wacky?
No, I guess not. So we are just going to have to rely on my mystery man to get rid of the little slut. I'm not letting you leave. Oh.
Hey, the lights are on. It's late. Something wrong?
Yes, Kay is threatening to leave the house.
Now? Tonight?
Yes, and it's not a threat, okay? It's a fact.
You can't be serious, Kay. I mean, have you seen what's going on outside?
Don't look at me. She's the one who told me to leave. That is not true. Yes, it is. You told me if I couldn't follow your stupid rules, I had to get out of the house, so I'm leaving.
That's not how it went, Kay.
Oh, you didn't tell me to get the hell out of your house.
No, not exactly like that.
Yes, exactly like that.
I'm sure Grace was justified, Kay.
Hey, you know what? Go ahead and agree with her and make your little brownie points, but I am so sick of the hypocrisy around here.
Hypocrisy?
Yes. Mom told me that I couldn't spend time with the father of my child if I were to live under this roof. And now here you are, the father of her supposed love child, and my father's nowhere to be found.
What do you mean, supposed?
You'll find out one of these days.
Kay, why did you take your cut scarf off and have a cup of tea? You just need to calm down and listen to your mother.
No, David, I have heard everything that I want to hear. Mom, you can take your double standard and shove it. I'm out of here, okay?
You are not leaving.
Leave me alone! Oh. Kay, are you crazy?
And Grace, are you all right?
I didn't mean to push her so hard.
Come on.
Mom, can I get you anything? Hey, cool Claude?
No, John. I'll be okay.
Are you okay? Mom, I can't believe that she did this to you.
I feel like this is all my fault.
No, Cherry, it's not your fault at all.
You don't even know I'm here. I don't even know why I stayed this long.
Let me get you a cup of tea.
No, David, I'll be fine. Kay?
She's gone.
Kay, come back here!
And Grace, she's gone.
Oh, she can't go out in this storm. She will freeze. And I'm going after her.
We'll all go.
I'll help you. Me too.
We'll find her, Aunt Grace. We will.
Hey! Chief Bennett, I know that Grace is the kindest, most understanding wife in the world, but if you take this woman home, this lying, conniving snake in the grass, I don't think Grace will be very understanding at all.
Okay, you know, I've really just had enough of your vicious tongue, Teresa. Would you please take me out of here, Sam?
Mother, Gwen and I will drive you anywhere you need to go.
Of course we will. Oh, that's sweet. Really, darlings. But no, I wouldn't dream of taking Gwen out in her condition, or you, sweetheart.
We'll be fine, Ethan.
Yes. I want you to stay here all warm and cozy and taking care of my grandchild-to-be. Thank God my children are humanitarians who value human life, unlike the help's offspring. Well, see, that's exactly why you're being tossed out of this house, Ivy.
Easy, Tiger. Easy. You got what you wanted, okay? Now back off.
Until that bitch is out of my house.
Sam, can we please go now?
Yeah, sure.
What are you all staring at? This is my house, and I get to say who stays and who goes.
She is living proof of what they say. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
True. So true.
Sorry, but I can't watch this anymore.
Sheridan, I'm afraid you're gonna have to.
Ay, poor Antonio.
Look, I know that this is very upsetting for all of you, but Antonio was adamant about making that tape, so it's very important that we listen to what he has to say. It could literally be a matter of life and death.
Antonio obviously had something important he wanted to tell us, so we have to just watch and listen. All right. Turn it back on.
Now I want to tell you about what I know, and what I've known for a while now. Dr. Russell told me about an experimental drug. A drug that can only be used in patients who are in the last stages of the illness I have.
Experimental drug, so he didn't know about Luis and me.
I don't think he ever suspected.
Unfortunately, Sheridan, the doc's going to be looking to you to make this decision of whether or not to give me the experimental drug. Now, Dr. Russell has explained to me all the potential outcomes of taking this drug. I could respond well and be cured.
Please, God, give us this miracle.
The drug could have no effect at all and I could die. Or a worst case scenario, the drug could keep me alive and I could be incapacitated or in a coma for the rest of my life.
Oh, my God.
No. No.
Basically, I'd be a vegetable, and I wouldn't be able to do anything for myself. Now, Sheridan, I need you to be strong, for me and for you. This is a hard decision that you're going to have to make.
There is no decision to make. You have to give him this drug, Eve.
Can't just rush into a decision like this, okay?
No, this is something that we have to think about.
Look at them. Do you see how close they are? If you don't give Antonio that medication, he'll die. His family will be crushed. I know. We will all be crushed. You know, maybe Luis will eventually come back to you. After he's over the grief of losing his brother. But it will cause a terrible rift in that family, and they will never be this close again. Can you really do that to Luis? To any of them?
Kay! Where are you, Kay? Come on, Kay, answer us!
Kay! I can't believe she got this far on foot. Footprints disappear fast in the snow.
Oh, she's got to be out here somewhere.
Come home, Kay! Don't act crazy!
She's so upset with me, she's probably just ignoring us.
Yeah, but you must see how dangerous this is.
I just wish Sam were here, you know. She always listened to him better than she did me.
Yeah, where is he anyway?
I don't know, but if I ever needed him, I need him now. Okay. Where are you, Sam?
Man, the snow is something else.
Yeah, it's really coming down now, isn't it? Sam, I can't tell you how grateful I am. If you hadn't taken me in this way, I don't know what I would have done.
I can't tell you how comfortable you'll be at my house. I mean, things have been pretty tense lately with Grace and Kay. Things were quiet when I left, but I don't know what's been happening since then.
Must be pretty hard having an unmarried, pregnant teenage daughter.
It's not a lot of fun, I'll tell you that. The main problem is that Kay is in love with Miguel and he's engaged to Charity. Grace keeps insisting that Kay stay away from Miguel, in spite of the fact that he's the one who got my daughter pregnant.
Poor Kay. You know, in my volunteer work, I see a lot of girls in her predicament. She must be in a lot of emotional pain.
Yeah, she is. I'm not blinded by Kay's faults, believe me. But she is my daughter. I want to be as supportive of her as I can be.
Well, of course you do. What other way would a good parent be? Oof. Sure's cold.
We'll be home soon.
Please, everyone, can we just get through watching the video? Sheridan, if you do decide to give Antonio the medication, I don't have much time to get it ready before I have to administer it. Yes, all right. Go ahead.
Let it take Dr. Russell.
Before you make any decisions, Sheridan, I want you to know how much I love you. How much I want to live, have children with you, and grow old with you. But the one thing that I do not want is to become a burden to you. I mean, I could take this experimental drug, and if it didn't cure me, if it didn't kill me, I could live, could be a vegetable for the rest of my life, and that is the one thing I don't want, is to have you tied down to me like that. If I can't be with you, really be with you, I don't want to be here. On the other hand, I think I'd know even if I were unconscious that you were there by my side. Some selfish part of me wants you there. But now is not the time to be selfish, Sheridan. I love you too much. And I know this is going to be hard. But I just want you to know how much I love you, and I hope you love me enough to be able to make the decision that needs to be made here. Like I said, this is hard for me, Sheridan, but I know it's even going to be more difficult for you to hear. But I want you to let me go, Sheridan. Please, Sheridan. I'm asking you to be strong. I'm asking you to pass on giving me that drug. Tell Dr. Russell not to give it to me. You have to let me go. You have to let me die.
No!
Hey, I don't know why you guys are looking at me like I've got 3 heads. All right? Ivy deserved to be tossed out on her fat behind. And I'm glad that I was the one to do it. You didn't hear the terrible things that she said about me and my mother.
Teresa, I know my mother can be difficult.
Difficult?
Yeah, a bit of an understatement, don't you think?
No matter what she said, she didn't cause you any physical harm.
Ethan, your mother has been a monster to me and my mother.
My mother has given your mother a job all these years.
Ivy was very good to your mother, Teresa. She was a friend to Pilar, and as a favor to her, she hired you as her personal assistant.
And my mother completely trusted you, Teresa.
Ivy put a roof over the entire Lopez Fitzgerald family most of your life.
Ivy didn't do my mother any favors, okay? My mother worked very hard for her money. And she kept all of Ivy's secrets.
You, I must remember to thank Pilar. Teresa, I love your mother. But my mother is not the monster that you make her out to be.
Keep going, Teresa. You'll make Ethan wind up hating you.
This may work out after all. Ivy took one for the team, but it just might pay off.
Poor Kay. I can't help but think about her. Maybe if I talked to her, I could help her through this situation.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, Kay's pretty sensitive about her pregnancy and Miguel. So is Grace, for that matter.
Well, these things are never easy to talk about.
No. So no offense, but I don't think it'd be a good idea to get involved.
Oh, okay, of course. I'll do whatever you say, Sam, whatever you want.
Like I said, things are pretty tense at home. I don't think Grace is going to be too happy to see you.
Oh, is she still mad at me?
I wouldn't say mad, but there's kind of a sore spot between Grace and me. I'll just have to get her to understand that there's no way I could have let you be thrown out in the blizzard like this. You not being able to walk and all.
Well, I will be eternally grateful, Sam, and I hate having to put you in this situation. I'll do whatever I can just to stay out of the way.
Don't worry about it. I think Teresa was wrong in what she did.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for being so kind and understanding.
I'm a cop. I'm just doing my job. But you wouldn't be in that wheelchair if you didn't help me and my family.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I didn't think you could make it all the way up here.
Well, quite frankly, neither did I.
You've been a big help. Now, I want you to go back down as fast as you can, but be careful. I'll be down as soon as I get the beacon hooked up.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ivy! Ivy, hang on! I'm gonna get you. Hang on. Hang on. No! Ivy! No! Ivy! Ivy!
I sure hope Grace remembers that too. The snow's getting heavier. I can hardly see.
Kay!
Kay, where are you? Kay, please come home.
Maybe she hitched a ride with somebody.
Oh, Lord, I hope not. Mom, are you okay? Oh, people should be more careful. You know, that looked a lot like Dad's car.
Well, you know, I think it was the same color, but I don't think it was him. There were two people in it, and I think there was a woman in the passenger seat.
Okay, come on, let's get you home and out of these wet things.
No, I gotta stay here and find Kay.
We can look for Kay later. You don't want to catch a cold. Come on.
Search all you want. You're not gonna find me.
I want you to be strong, Sheridan, and let me go. I don't want to live my life if I'm a vegetable. I don't want to have you trapped there beside me, holding my hand for the rest of your life, with no hope for the future. I want you to have the freedom to be able to go out and find someone else to love, live the rest of your life with and be happy with. So, Sheridan, my family, Mama, Luis, Miguel, Teresa, and Paloma, I wish you nothing but happiness. All the happiness in the world.
No, we can't listen to Antonio. He has to have that drug, Eve.
I agree with Mama. All right, at least he'd have a chance, right, Dr. Russell?
Well, it's an experimental drug, so we don't know much, but yes, I guess there's a chance he could be cured.
Well, even if there's just a slight chance, we have to take it, because without it, he has no chance.
Sheridan, now this decision is yours and yours alone. You're his wife, you're his next of kin.
I don't know. I just don't know what to do.
What do you mean you don't know? You're going to give your husband a drug that could save his life. Could even cure him.
Ma, it's not that simple. Now, come on, you heard what Dr. Russell told us and what Antonio said. Now, if the drug doesn't work, he could end up in a coma for years. Antonio doesn't want that.
Yes. But it could save his life, and we all want that.
Of course we do. But there are risks.
I don't care. This is my son we're talking about. Your brother, Luis. We have to take any risks. We have to save his life. Eve, I'm Antonio's mother. Can't I give you permission to give him this drug?
If you weren't married, Pilar, you'd be next of kin, but he is married to Sheridan, and the spouse has the final word. I'm sorry.
Sheridan. Luis, I love you so much. You know that, don't you?
Yes, we know that.
I know this is hard on you. It's killing all of us. Sheridan, I am going to pray with my every breath that you tell Eve to give my son that drug.
Even if it means that Antonio could spend the rest of his life in a coma, unable to speak, unable to move, maybe imprisoned by a hospital bed?
I've heard of people in comas for years, and then they snap out of it. Maybe Antonio could snap out of it, too.
Well, Antonio wouldn't be the only one in prison, okay? Sheridan would be there right along with him.
May I remind you that Sheridan married Antonio. And she promised to love, honor, and cherish him in sickness and in health till death parts them. So yes, I want my son to live, no matter what the price.
Charity, would you put on the kettle for coming tea?
Okay. No, there's no time for tea. I just want to put on something dry and get back out and find Kay.
No, you were going to stay here, and you are going to stay warm, okay? Joan and I will go back and look after Kay.
Yeah, Dad's right. You'll catch cold if you go out.
Maybe Sam will come back. He can help us with the search.
I just can't believe he's not back yet. I don't know what would keep him out so long.
I still think that car I saw was Dad's.
No, Jess, it couldn't have been. I mean, why would he be out cruising around when his family needs him? You know, he's got to be out on some important case.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Because I can't imagine any excuse not to be home with the family a night like tonight.
Oh. I'm sure he's out on a case and helping somebody that needs him more than we do. Sam, what on earth are you doing?
With Teresa. Isn't it wonderful?
You should be proud of her. A young wife is a constant revelation.
Bill, I wouldn't give her an award just yet, Pookie. She might just turn on us, try to throw us out into the snow.
This is my house, but I suppose she could try. When are you going to get that secret information that will allow us to be rid of my hot tamale?
Soon. Very soon. And I hope you're willing to cough up some big bucks so I can pay off my informant.
I'll write a blank check as long as it gets rid of my so-called bride.
I can't believe how cruel Teresa can be. Ethan, how can you stand to be in the same house as someone who would treat your mother so horribly?
It's hard for me to believe, too, Gwen.
Please, just wait a minute, okay? You didn't hear the terrible things that your mother said about me and my family. You don't know how vicious she can be.
Maybe not, but I have seen how vicious you can be.
Ethan, I don't think we should stay in this house any longer. You know, why don't we just move out?
No. See, you can't. Ivy, she deserved to be thrown out. Ethan, you don't know the horrible things that she said about me.
I don't care what she said. I would never have believed that you would be so cold and heartless to a defenseless woman in a wheelchair. You know, maybe you're right, Gwen. I was only here because of my mother, and now that she's gone, well, there's really no reason for us to continue living here. So why don't we go upstairs and talk about that?
No, Ethan, please wait.
I warned you to be careful of those women. My mother and Rebecca.
Don't worry. I'm not going to let them win. Okay, first, I had to divide them. And now I'm going to conquer them.
I like the way you think.
I had to go to the Crane estate to settle a domestic dispute.
Oh, and Ivy was the domestic dispute.
Yes. Teresa threw her out. Ivy had no place to go, and as you can see, there's a huge storm out there.
She had no place to go.
Every hotel and inn is booked because of the snowstorm, so I had no choice but to bring her here.
And that's where you were. This whole time, I was trying to get in touch with you. Well, your daughter is out in this blizzard. She's pregnant. She's run away from home, and you're out there cozying up to your old girlfriend? And now you've invited her to spend the night? Where's she gonna stay, Sam? What, is she gonna sleep in our bed?
Oh, thanks a lot, Mom. I'm gonna make you pay for this. Okay, where am I gonna go? I can't go to the Russells. Mom said she was gonna call him and tell him not to let me in. Okay. Well, cafe's closed. So is youth center. Oh, God. Oh, my God, where am I gonna go?
Mama. You know that this is Sheridan's decision to make. So please don't try and force her into anything, okay?
I can't help it. I love my son. I want him to live.
Well, we all want him to live. But not if Antonio can't be whole, not if he can't be the man that he's always been.
I'm sorry, but I will take Antonio any way that I can get him.
I want him to live, too. But don't we have to pay attention to what Antonio wants? I mean, how can I do something that would doom him to a life that's no life at all?
But what if the drug works? What if it cures him?
Mama, Dr. Russell says that is a very big if.
How can you deny him that chance? How can you just pass up an opportunity to see your brother live?
Mama, stop it.
No,
okay?
Stop what? Trying to save my son's life? I will not do that. I can't.
Of course you can't.
Well, how can you condemn Sheridan to a life of servitude?
Louise, please.
No, I want her to understand what she's doing. How can you expect Sheridan to take care of a man for the rest of her life who can't even love her? Who can't give her happiness? Who can't even give her children?
That's not what I want. Of course not. Sheridan, I want you to know right now that I promise you, if we give Antonio the drug and it doesn't cure him, I will relieve you of that burden. I will gladly take care of my son for the rest of my life.
I could never do that to you.
Don't you understand? My world is falling apart. My family is disintegrating. I want you and Luis to be happy. I do. But not at the expense of losing my Antonio. So I pray to God that you do the right thing here. And you tell Eve to give Antonio that drug.
Don't let her pressure you into a bad decision, Sheridan.
Wow. You are really willing to withhold the drug that could save your brother's life, maybe even cure him. Would you really be able to let your brother die?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
No one is getting me out of this house tonight. I'm going to stay as close to your father as I can get.
If you had to make a choice of who was going to spend tonight out in the snowstorm, who would it be, Ivy or Kay?
How can you tell me that you will let your brother die? I'm ashamed to call you my son.
Mama!